poppin'. Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone.
What's up, YouTube? It's Jaredhead Keys, and I'm back again with another video just like I promised. Okay, so today I'm doing something that I've worked hard on, and I really love this video. So today I'm going to be eating death row inmates' last meal. So with each meal that I eat, I'm going to talk a little bit about their crimes and how they got sentenced and how they got to the day where they were eating their last meal. I'm going to show you some of the meals real quick. Let's take a look. So these are some of the meals right here. I'm not going to spoil all of it, but yeah. I'm just going to get right into it, and I'm about to eat some of these meals and tell you about their case. So let's get it. Okay, so the first person that I'm going to do, and I'm going to eat his meal, his name is Victor Faguer. So let me tell you about Victor Faguer. So Victor had just recently relocated to Iowa from Michigan. He wasn't doing so good. He was renting a room because he couldn't afford anything else. And he had no car, no job, no money. So one day, randomly, he started going through a phone book and going through the yellow pages and calling doctors, like in alphabetical order. And this is what he said when he confessed. So he started calling them in alphabetical order, and then he came to a random doctor. I guess he liked this doctor, I don't know, or he didn't like him because he killed him. The doctor came, he told the doctor that a woman needed his help. So the doctor came and he kidnapped the doctor and held him hostage and then murdered him. Oh, and also took him to another state. I think he took him to Mississippi. So he disposed of his body in a cornfield and then stole his car, tried to sell it to someone. It didn't have a title. That person contacted the police and told the police like what happened. They connected it like that. And that's how he ended up with the death penalty. Excuse me. So what he ordered for his last meal, I'm just thoroughly disgusted. I'm sitting here burping because I just don't know how I'm going to eat this. But let me show y'all. He ordered for his last meal one single olive. So I have some olives here. And I'm going to eat them. I'm going to try to eat them like... Why, Victor? Why would you order a single olive? What did he think that was going to do? Did he think that was going to, like, stop him from getting the death penalty? What? People really eat this. Oh. Whoa. Huh. I can't. Oh my God. I can't eat this. I need something to drink. Okay, so the next person who suffered death by lethal injection, a death row inmate, is Angel Nieves Diaz. So I'm going to start off by saying that he requested no meal. So I have a tray here to represent the prison tray. But I will say that no meal is not on the approved list of meals that you can get for your last meal. So they brought him a regular prison tray, which is why I have this. Basically, Angel and his homeboys went out to a club one night and they were on some gang stuff. And the bar owner got murdered. Like, he got shot, like, in a little scuffle they had. So, basically, all three of them blamed each other, and Angel ended up being the one getting convicted. And it was solely based off of the fact that his cellmate, who only spoke English, and Angel only spoke Spanish, his cellmate went to the police and told the police that he confessed in his cell. I don't know how he would have confessed if he was speaking in Spanish and you only understand English, but they had him speak at the trial and everything, and Angel got convicted. After the conviction, he got sentenced to lethal injection. And the cellmate eventually came forward and said that he lied about everything because he was upset that Angel left him out of a plan to escape. And guess what? The police didn't take the retractment of the statement. They didn't take that into consideration. So he still got killed by lethal injection. Up until his very last moments, he said he was innocent. He didn't do it. His last words were something like, "I'm innocent, and hopefully you guys will see that I didn't do what you said that I did." Something like that. And he was gone. So, yeah, he got the prison meal, but he didn't eat anything. He refused, and that's why I have this tray to represent him. That's sad, but on to the next. Okay, guys, so next up is Jeffrey Allen Barney. Okay, let me tell you about Jeffrey. So Jeffrey was actually a minister, like a pastor type thing. He lived in Ohio. He was 28 years old and he was married. One random day, him and his wife got into a really heated argument and he strangled her and then repeatedly raped her. Well, I guess he raped her first because she was still alive, and then he strangled her. How he strangled her was with a microphone cord around her neck. So, he never confessed to doing it, but like, it was just because when he got arrested, he didn't say anything. Like, he didn't say he didn't do it, but he never like told what happened. Police just put the story together, and they got his fingerprints off of the cord that was wrapped around her neck. The coroner discovered that she was raped while she was alive. So like, he didn't have sex with her after she was dead. He raped her while he was still alive. She was still alive. So that like upped his charge from just regular murder to capital murder with a sexual assault, which carries like the death penalty. So yeah, he wasn't getting out of what he did. And then I guess after he was sentenced and he was awaiting his death, the priest of the prison like became his friend, and that was the only person he talked to outside of the prison until he was killed. Like, that was it. But I mean, you killed your wife. But okay, so what he wanted was cereal and milk. So here we go. Cereal and milk. Cereal and milk. Oh, I love cereal and milk. The milk is warm. It's just been sitting here. Oh. And then I still smell these freaking olives. Ugh. This is so good though. I know y'all love Lucky Charms. You know, I didn't look to see what kind of cereal he ate. He could have ate Apple Jacks, Frosted Flakes, Honeycombs, Captain Crunch. It's endless. I don't know what I would eat, but I do know it would involve hot fries because I love hot fries. I would die for hot fries. But okay, you guys, so let's move on. Okay, so now we move on to Johnny Frank Garrett. This one is interesting. This one's crazy. So Johnny Frank Garrett was 17 years old and he lived in the state of Texas. So I guess he went to a confession one day because he was Catholic, and he just decided that he was going to rape, brutally beat, and murder one of the sisters, like one of the nuns. So he did that. The police got his bodily fluid and his hair from the crime scene and linked him to it and charged him with murder and rape, you know, sexual assault and all that. But they also found another person's bodily fluid and hair at the site, which is very crazy. They contacted him. He admitted that he had sexually assaulted her for 4 months prior to this day. But today he wasn't there. So I guess, like, he had did it the day before or that week or something. I don't know. But he also got charged with rape and stuff like that, but he didn't get charged with murder. The 17-year-old got charged and sentenced to death. Excuse me, this is from all the food I'm eating. He actually had a priest that was on his side, which I find very strange since he raped, beat, and murdered a nun. But this priest was on his side, and he begged the judge for clemency for the 17-year-old. I can't remember his name right now. I cannot remember his name, but we're just going to move on. So the judge granted him like a retrial, basically, and he did the retrial, and the jury voted for the death penalty 17-0. And I guess, like, you know, because the jury isn't supposed to be 17 people, so I think like it was some kind of special trial that they were doing. There's not a lot of information on his case. Just there's more information about the co-defendant than him, actually. I just know that like some people were really upset because he was 17 and they felt like he should have gotten another chance, or maybe he could have been like rehabilitated or something like that. But when he was 28, that's when he was put to death by lethal injection. And his last meal, which y'all saw the picture, and it freaking melted. Look, it's in there. It's just melted. But his last meal was ice cream, and that was it. I think it was like 2 pints of ice cream, though. So, yeah, sorry, Frank. I think his name was Frank. Hold on. So, this is a caramel topping, and it's made with goat milk. It says it right here. And it tastes, anything with goat to me tastes musky. I don't know why, but I like it. It's so thick I can't even get it off the spoon. This is way better than olives. I just want to forget those olives and never think about it again. Okay, last one, you guys. Robert Anthony Madden. That's the last one. He was 22 years old, and he had been in and out of trouble like his whole entire life up until 22. He was in some kind of mental institution, like a psych ward / drug rehabilitation center. And the person who was the founder of the rehabilitation center, he became friends with Anthony. Was his name Anthony? I forgot that quick. Anthony? With Anthony, yeah. And, no, his name was Robert. Robert Anthony Madden. Yeah, Robert. Okay, so he became friends with Robert, the owner and the founder of the place. He became friends with him, and he told the judge that he was rehabilitated and he was ready to be like back into the real world. He wasn't doing drugs anymore. He wasn't going to commit any more crimes, and that was it. So he still had to finish like the last part of his sentence after that. You know, he couldn't just get out like right then. He had to still finish. He was almost done one day, and he stole the company vehicle, and he drove like across a couple states until he found a family. Well, it was a dad and a son. I think the dad was 55 and the son was 22 or something like that. 26. I'm trying to bring y'all the facts, but I can't remember everything. So really, this video was about the food, okay? But I'm trying my best. So he murdered them. He robbed them. He stole their car. And, and he tied their bodies up, threw them in the river, and put like logs and trees like over their body. Okay, so how he got caught? Oh, yeah. How he got caught, he used their gas cards. They had a Texaco gas card and some other gas station. And he used both of the gas cards. Get this, you guys. He signed his own name on there. He signed his own name. And when the police asked him, which this is not recorded, this is not written down, this is just what the police said that he said. When they asked him why he signed his own name, He said because he didn't want to be convicted of forgery. But what about murder? You were convicted of murder and you were sentenced to death. So the police also said that he gave them a full confession and showed them where the body was, how he did it, well, the bodies, and how he did it, and like how he dropped them off and everything. But for some reason, it wasn't recorded and it wasn't written down. So they have no record of it. And when he went to trial for his case, he proclaimed his innocence. He said he did not do it. Someone framed him for this, and he would never do something like that, even though he was missing from the clinic and he signed his name. So he got sentenced to death by lethal injection, and all the way until his final moments, he declared his innocence. On his very last words that he said, he apologized to the people of the community. He apologized to the world. And he said, basically, I'm sorry, but I'm not the person who did this. And hopefully the justice system will change and find the person who did this because I'm innocent. That was his last words. So for his meal, I don't have anything to show. As you can see, nothing. Because he dedicated his last meal to a homeless person. That's what he told the cook that he wanted to do. Oh, and his profession before jail was a cook. He was a cook. So the cook at the prison said that he couldn't do it, but somehow the media outlet found out about it and they put it on the news that he requested his last meal to be given to a homeless person. So a lot of people gave homeless people meals, and I think there was a foundation that donated 10,000 meals to a homeless shelter. So, you know, that something did come of his death. Good, I guess. We did lose 2 people, but I don't know. We may never know the truth. Maybe he did get framed. I have no idea. That's not up for me to decide. So that was the video, eating inmates, death row inmates' last meal and talking about their case. And I had fun filming this video. I had fun eating all the foods and stuff like that. I didn't eat all the cereal, but I'm getting full. I definitely did not enjoy this. And if you eat these, you're the devil. I just need you to know that. That is disgusting. But I just want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're following me on all platforms. You can find me on everything Dreadhead Keezy. TikTok, Dreadhead_Keezy. YouTube.com/Dreadhead Keezy. Facebook.com/Dreadhead Keezy page. Follow me on everything. Keep in contact with me. Turn on my post notifications so you can be notified when I post. And be looking out because you never know when something new is going to drop. But y'all know what I say. If you've been loyal subscribers, what do I say? Stay up, stay safe, and stay subscribed. Peace out until next time.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting the licks in the band. Legacies.